We are officially a couple days into 2026, and China is already stoking the fire of a world war by conducting drills around Taiwan, encircling the whole island, and making tensions a little bit more than they need to be. Listen, we are literally 2 days into 2026. We've had bombing in Venezuela, and now we've got China encircling around Taiwan. People need to understand, if China invade Taiwan, this isn't if the US bombs Iran, this might kick off World War III. No, listen. If China invades Taiwan, this will be massive. This would be ginormous. This would officially be the US at war with Taiwan. I guarantee it. It would get messy, it would get horrific, and the whole of NATO would get involved. This would not be something to take lightheartedly. Now, listen, I am former military. We're going to dive deep into this. Is this just a regular exercise, a military exercise that the Chinese always do, or are they genuinely trying to stoke the fire? We're going to talk about it right now. I woke up this morning, came into the office and thought, you know what? I'm going to do a little reaction video. We're going to have a little bit of fun. Maybe I'll do something lighthearted. I popped open Discord where I see some of my recommendations, and then I see this. This pops up.
Hello, I'm Anita McVeigh. China has launched a number of rockets on the second day of military exercises around Taiwan, prompting the self-governing island to cancel dozens of flights.
Okay, we're not going to watch the whole thing because the BBC, I don't really like the BBC, and they will turn around and copyright me for showing the whole video. But I just wanted to say that's what I woke up to, seeing shit like that. Okay, let's break this down. What's going on? All right. First and foremost, we're going to pull up ground news because I believe that these are the best sources around for covering the news, which, by the way, you can get a discount down below with a link down below. In fact, let's quickly talk about the sponsors before we get into this. You know the usual ones. Chug, 10% off, link down below for the best drinking vessel in the world. If World War III kicks off, if it legitimately ever kicks off, 2026 is looking rough to start with. But if it does kick off, if there's anything you can do, is pour yourself a can of Morale or whatever your choice of beverage is into your chug around a fire with some friends, relax, enjoy yourself before things get chaotic. I know that's what I'd do. Listen, you can get 10% off, link down below for the best drinking vessel in the world. Free customization, free bag. I can't recommend it enough. Handmade here in the UK by a small business and ships to America. You can't get any better than that. Also, check out Morale, my new drink. If you haven't already, I'm putting a lot of work into this. Obviously, I took a bit of a break over Christmas and New Year's to recharge my mental health. I've been struggling a little bit, but we're getting outside some more. This coming week, I'm going to, in fact, I'm not going to say, I'm doing another vlog for the Drink Morale YouTube channel, which I'm very excited about. So if you want to go check it out, website, Instagram, and then go to the Drink Morale YouTube channel and check out the content over there. And if you're in the UK, buy yourself some drinks. If you're in America and you try to buy drinks, it'll say sold out because it's not available in America. But if you're in the UK, go ahead and do that, okay? All right. Ground news. In my opinion, one of the best news sources around. If you want to get unbiased information, which I believe if you're a veteran or if you're in the military and you legitimately know you want to know what is going on, so that you can either protect your family or just stay up to date or give news to the friends around you, this is the best place to go because it is incredibly unbiased. And if it is a biased set of information, it'll also tell you. It'll also tell you who is funding this bit of information. Is it independent news? Is it the government? Or is it the billionaires who own the media? I think that is incredibly important to know where your information is coming from and who's paying for it. So this gives you all that information. Okay, as soon as I saw this BBC article saying China holds military drills around Taiwan as a warning to separatist forces, sounds like something out of Star Wars, I went straight to ground news because this is a place for it. Let's break it down. Let's go over it. Actually, before we start breaking it down, I want to talk about military exercises. Because military exercises are done all the time, okay? The problem is when it is a nation that doesn't necessarily get along with NATO or the West in general, these military exercises that are genuinely done all the time can sometimes be taken out of context to fearmonger. All right? It happens with Russia all the time. They do certain exercises. The West goes, oh my God, Russia are doing this. And it is just a general military exercise, and it is a bit of a fearmonger. And I want to say that because when I did research into this, I saw this Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, tweet saying Taiwan is currently fully encircled by the Chinese military. This includes 9 Chinese destroyers, an aircraft carrier, 71 fighter jets, and missile launchers. And this was in 2023. All right? So I just want to say that because this could generally be a regular military exercise. But there was one thing that made me think this might not be, and this actually might be a bit of a show of aggression. And it is this particular part of information right here. Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense said the PLA, which is China, fired 27 rockets, with 10 landing within Taiwan's 24 nautical mile contiguous zone, and detected 130 Chinese military aircraft near the island. So basically, when they're conducting these exercises, it's very easy for China to choose to do it in a location where it's not going to stoke the fire. But they've specifically chosen an area where a number amount of these rockets have landed within this green zone, this zone that is to protect Taiwan, to stop any aggression. This is tactical. This 10 missiles landing within that zone is a calculated choice by China. This isn't a mistake, all right? Russia shooting missiles that so happen to land in the wrong countries, they're not mistakes. All right. If you see this and be like, oh, it could have just been a mistake. It could have just gone into the wrong area. Bullshit. Call bullshit. We're talking about massive government militaries here. They could be far, far away from these zones, but they choose not to be, and they choose to let certain missiles go within that area. You could say it's for many different reasons. Is it for reasons? Is it to stoke the fire? Is it to show dominance? Is it them genuinely threatening? There's many things it could be. But the truth is, that is a strategic choice that has been done on purpose. All right? So remember that. Could be a regular exercise, a genuine exercise of military force that is done every year, every other year. But they've also chose to stoke the fire by putting 10 missiles within Taiwan's safe zone. All right? Bear that in mind. Let's go through what it said. On December 29th and 30th, 2025, China's People's Liberation Army Eastern Theater Command launched Exercise Justice Mission 2025 around Taiwan, mobilizing Army, Navy, Air Force, and Rocket Force to simulate an island encirclement. So you have to remember as well, there are regular military exercises. And then there are military exercises that are for a specific thing that is dangerous. This is a military exercise to practice fighting against Taiwan, to encircle Taiwan, and that's very dangerous. The drills began 11 days after the United States announced a record $11.1 billion arms package for Taipei, and Beijing said the exercise were a stern warning against separatist forces and external interference. On January 1st, 2026, the US Department of State said Beijing's military action increased tensions unnecessarily and urged restraint, meaningful dialogue, and support for Taiwan's Strait stability. The Philippines Defense Ministry said it was deeply concerning, warning the drills undermine regional peace and stability, while Manila's National Security Policy 2023 to 2028 flags a Taiwan conflict and notes that around 250,000 overseas Filipino workers are in Taiwan. There's also kind of a newer, updated version of this news with a lot more news sources. Look, we're talking 139, and we're talking relatively even here. Although it says 39% left, we've got to say this is quite a unbiased bit of information here, crossing all news medias. Okay, Taiwan's president Lee Chang-te I hope I pronounced that right, emphasized the island's determination to defend its sovereignty after China conducted military drills firing rockets towards Taiwan. Lei urged opposition parties to support a proposal for boosting Taiwan's defense spending by 40 billion, which is currently stalled in parliament. It's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. I have to also say, people don't understand why Taiwan is such an important island. They build these chips for computers on Taiwan that can't be done anywhere else. And if you don't understand how significant these chips are and how difficult of a process it is to build these bits of kit, you'll understand why it's so important for China or America to defend them so that they can get them chips. It is so important to military, to the military industrial complex of America and the West, and to China. Okay? Taking this country would be massive. The Taiwanese Defense Ministry reported that numerous Chinese military aircraft and naval vessels were active around Taiwan, indicating heightened tensions in the area. Chinese President Xi Jinping reiterated that the aim of the national Listen, it's early. It's early. I've only just had my caffeine. It's only just kicking in. Reiterated the aim for national reunification of Taiwan, emphasizing blood ties and historical trend. So they want to basically bring Taiwan back into China. And a lot of people say that it is still part of China. It's not. Okay, it's not. They are their own nation and they need to be seen as that. Listen, I would love to make this a discussion. It's a bit of news out there. I'm throwing it out there. I think it's really important. I think you need to remember when you're seeing this stuff. And I'm going to, listen, I am going to be as unbiased as I possibly can be. I'm trying to be because I don't want to stoke the fire. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that fearmonger World War III starting, blah, blah, blah. And I want to be as unbiased as possible. Is this just a military exercise? Are they utilizing this military exercise that is specifically, the exercise is specifically to encircle Taiwan? So the exercise is there to legitimately do something quite dangerous. Are they using this as an excuse to stoke the fire by firing missiles within the safe zone around Taiwan? Or is this a nothing burger? Are we worried about a nothing burger? It's the start of 2026. My hope for this year is de-escalation around the world and a bit more calm. But it seems like every day I'm waking up and there's more tensions rising. I'm pretty sure I heard someone say something about Iran kicking off and a bunch of civvies dying in Iran. Let me quickly have a look. But apparently there was something quite horrible happening in Iran as well. Yeah, I can't find it right now, but there was some nasty stuff happening over there as well. So, listen, it's 2026. The year, it's a new, fresh year. Let's hope for something good. Let's hope for a bit more progression in de-escalation. And let's hope that the world can calm down a little bit. Let's hope we can just calm down a bit. Let's start the discussion in the comments. What do you think? I like making these news things, although they never get the views that a lot of reaction videos get. So it would mean the world to me if you could like, if you could subscribe, and do all that weird stuff that helps with the YouTube algorithm. All right, guys. 10% off for Chug. Check out Morale, my new business, all the bits and bobs right here. I'll be back tomorrow. Let's hope tomorrow there's no news articles and I can just react to something really fun and cool. Maybe we can check out some military equipment that's a bit more exciting rather than talking about whether China's going to invade Taiwan or if the US bombs Venezuela again or if Iran starts kicking off. And let's hope we don't have to talk about this type of stuff for a little while. Until next time, stay safe, hug your family. I love you all. Goodbye.